it. Perfect.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. This is the Dope as Usual podcast. My name is Thomas Dope as Yola, whatever you want to call me. This is my co-host Marty O'Neill.
What's up, guys?
What's up? We're right back at it, guys. I'm super hyped on this episode. Let's just jump straight into it. This is Dashawn Jordan, pro skater. Let's get going. How you been? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
We've been chilling for a minute. So this is like, it's not like a cold start. Everybody's been eating hella pineapples and chilling.
Laughing and shit.
Yeah, we're chilling.
It's been good vibes, good times already. So
thanks for being here. Thanks for coming.
Thanks you for having me.
Thank you, Nico, for setting this up. Super stoked.
Yeah.
So guys, let's get straight into this. I want to talk about, we could talk about skateboarding for, I want to talk about your music aspect of your life that you have going right now.
Okay.
Because being a pro athlete's sick. Being a pro athlete and going, I want to do something also. Mm-hmm. That's huge, man. Because most people, we talk to athletes all day. They live and breathe and eat that sport. They do what they do all day. There's no room for anything. The fact that you can do it and compete at the level you compete and then go drop an album.
Yeah.
It's really cool, man. So for everyone out there, you can get your music anywhere, Dashawn Jordan, right?
Yeah. On all platforms, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, on all the streaming platforms, my music drops.
And the album out currently is The Bridge.
So that's what's coming soon.
Coming soon. When's it drop?
I think
no date yet, right?
I think maybe sometime in October. I think we talked about fairly soon. We're just like in the mixing phase right now, so we just kind of like solidifying all the mixes on everything. Getting that done, and then we're like planning for the rollout. But super excited. Like we're like 97% probably done, with everything. So, we're coming in on the last, bells and whistles of everything. So I'm stoked. I'm stoked to get a body to work out.
You have one single, the newest single out, it's called This Time Around, correct?
Yes, This Time Around with my bro Fortunate from Atlanta. And that was actually crazy because that was another thing linked through Nico from one of his friends, Fly. Yeah, Fly. As his homie Fly, who's a DJ and also producer, we got connected to an artist, very talented artist from Atlanta, and then that was like our first time we linked up in the stew. Like we kind of made that. That was the first song we did, and it just felt right. We were stoked on it. We wanted to drop it, and it ended up like going really good. That record like did really dope. It's a good dance, fun record. So it was a good thing for the world to give them.
When did this start becoming a real thing for you? Because I know it's always in your head. Obviously, if you want to make music, you've always wanted to do it for some time.
Yeah.
When did it become, not just hang out in the studio? Let me do an actual single. Let me do an actual song. What is that?
I would say that actually happened when I started meeting like more people in LA. I actually met my bro TJ Mizell, who's a DJ and is in that world. Heavily is amazing DJ and friend. On and off the scene. And through him, I met other people. I was able to meet like ASAP Ferg, and he was giving me like, credibility on my music and was stoked on, because I guess TJ was playing my music when they were on tour, when I was sending him stuff to get like criticism and stuff on it to get better.
Sick.
So he would just be playing it. And so like those dudes all have been hearing it. So, Ferg had like asked me one time, like, what you want to do with the music? And I was like, I just make music, send it to my friends. I don't really like know what I want to do yet. I would like to do it. I love doing it, so I'm like open to wherever it takes me and wherever it goes type of thing. I'm just like passionate about it. So then through him, I actually met my other bro Pat, who was like the first engineer I worked with. I was doing a bunch of sessions with him. We now, have the studio, me, him, Nico. And so now it's kind of like all, full circle, everybody I kind of met, as I was just like, just kicking it through other friends, and it just started making it, when I started getting the love and support for the music, it started, making me more confident in it. Cause I didn't really know if I was good or not. I just loved doing it, and I was making music. But I would say once I started like tapping in, I also work with another producer, named Zaba, who I like started singing more and found my singing voice, and all those people around me who were helping me grow with it. Then that's when it started becoming more real to me, and I was like more confident, because I just didn't know like if I was ready to put it out yet and be that aggressive and confident in it. But then once I started getting like my flowers from those people who are like in the scene,
actual artists,
honest feedback, that kind of like gave me like that, like, okay, dang, like maybe I could do this, and it's been good. I know the crossover isn't easy, so that's been the only thing where it's like, okay, I know I am technically an athlete crossing over, and that's always like super hard. It's like not really respected in the beginning, and you got to kind of be undeniable and putting the work. And I love to work, so for me, it's just like, take nothing personal, be undeniable, and like bring value. So I always just like live by that and just like, try to be undeniable.
Slogan, right?
I saw you like, I was like, I'm about to get that on my arm.
Yeah.
No regrets.
Yeah, no regrets.
Are you finding that you're like starting a new fan base basically?
Yeah, it's crazy because, you know, people who know me for skating and they're starting to find out I make music. But now since the music has been like, you know, circulating more and getting out there, I get fans off of the music and they find out I skate. So like if I drop a new song and like homies are reposting it, or people who've just found, my music off like YouTube, my music videos and stuff like that, they're like following me on the gram now and just like seeing both my worlds. So they kind of they coexist great together because the worlds are similar, and a lot of people in music, you know, come from skating. There's like random people like DJ Drama skated, you know, at one point for years. He grew up with Stevie Williams and like all those dudes. Yeah, and like nobody knows that. It's crazy, but DJ Drama was like really was a skateboarder, you know, like yeah, like
we had him on the show.
That's the homie, by the way.
Yes. Nobody knows that. It's crazy. I went to a show
Stevie
with
Williams, no shit.
Yeah, I went to a show with Ty Dolla $ign, you know, before, and we're at the show and we're like kicking, and I tell him, I'm like, yo, like, cause Ty, you know, like messed around, skated, you know, he was rolling around. I was like, yo, you know, like DJ Drama used to skate. And he was like, for real? I was like, yeah. And he went up and asked him, and he was like, yeah, man, I used to skate. Like I grew up with Stevie, cause you know, from Philly and stuff. And I was like, holy crap, I didn't even know that. And I found that out because he started following me like randomly. I was like, what the heck? Like DJ Drama started following me. That's so random. And like I think I tapped in because he posted a picture on a story one time of him and Stevie when they were younger. And I was like, what? You used to skate? He was like, yeah, like I grew up with Stevie. And I was like, no way. But everybody I've met in music, like from the Ties to the, you know, the DJ Dramas to even Blast. You know Blast.
BAX, right?
ST, yeah. He was a skater. Like posts clips of him like really skating. Like he's like a skater, and it's been crazy, like kind of seeing now that I'm like more in the music world and I'm meeting more people, like how much skating is a part of like these people. Like if it's not them, somebody, people in their team, whether it's their videographer, photographer, they come from skating.
You're not wrong, actually.
It's insane.
There's always somebody that could 360 flip on the crew.
Yeah,
that's true.
Facts, yeah.
Let me think about that.
So next album, Gangsta Grills, you and Drama on the board.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up, man? We might need a video and a tape. Like Drama, come on, man, let's work, man. For real. But it's been a blessing. Like I said, they coexist together. The worlds are similar, so it's been dope. Like even if I meet people who are just like, you know, support my skating, then later they find out I make music. Like a lot of like, you know, like the Blast and people, like they don't really know I make music like that. They like, and if they do, they do probably through following me now. But they meet me, then like that's kind of like the other thing was like, oh, I know you make music. You make music too. And now I'm like getting fans from both sides, and it's dope because it's just like, you know, growing and they're coexisting together.
What's the name the bridge mean?
So the bridge, me and my bro Pat actually came up with it, and that just kind of like really just like that name is kind of describing like being the like the bridge for like the multifaceted like worldly, you know, like athlete to musician. You know, I've always like told myself like I want to be like that like athlete that like really does the crossover, like hit records and like, you know, competing and filming parts at that level. So for me, like that was kind of us just being like, yo, like I'm really trying to be the bridge for this, like, you know. So that the name the bridge is kind of like describes that, just like that being that multifaceted and, you know, trying to like make that crossover. It's like the new thing you do, whether it's music or whatever. Just like how do you do it, and like what's the best way to like successfully do that? So that's kind of
who's the best one to do that up until this point. I'm trying to think.
Musician. I mean, athlete
that crossed over into music. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Shaq.
Stop. I was gonna say Shaq is a joke, and I'm like,
no. Who do you put out
hit
that
records though?
Stop with Zero.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Yeah,
Shaq just put out a song with Zero, and it was hard as hell.
And back in the day, didn't he drop an album that like went platinum?
Yeah,
I swear he did. Yeah, he had like, I think, like he did do it. Like Kobe had a music video and a whole thing too. He did.
I want to bring up Kobe earlier. He was.
Right,
I love the man.
Yeah.
That song.
Yeah, no, that's.
I don't know if he was a little off beat on that.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, fool, you can dribble well, but
Shaq just put out a song with Biggie.
Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna mention that too. Like he did the video. Yeah, like Shaq was doing it. Yeah.
Okay,
Crazy.
well, Shaq in the Zero one was hard. He's so much bigger than
Yeah. He was all like crouched down.
He's like when like little kids get their like, you know, the trucks, the little Hummers when you drive them as a kid.
Yeah, the
and
legs
they had
are
the battery
off and
powered.
stuff.
Yeah, that's how Shaq looked next to that car. Other than that, I can't think of an athlete that's done this crossover.
And that's been like rap. Like I'm like coming in, like I'm like singing and like you know, I'm like making like different type of music that like isn't like when somebody says I feel like they make music or they rap or it's like people's ideas like, oh, he's a rapper.
Yeah.
But like I feel like what's kind of like intriguing for me is like I'm like making like house, dance, afro, like I'm like really singing. Then like people hear me singing, like that also intrigues them, like, oh, you could really sing type of thing. So I feel like that's what's been dope because I also do the rap too, but my rap is like melodic, and even if I go boom bop, it's still like melodic. It feels good. It's not too like punch for punchline. I'm not like trying to like rap too hard.
Like you were spitting on the corner store shit, right?
Yeah. The corner store. Yeah. I went on that podcast. That song was actually crazy because that was an old song I did years ago. And Pat, my bro Pat, was like, who's also like my best friend, you know, engineer, music manager. We're like going through songs like picking. He's like, this is like one you should do. And I was like, dang, I forgot about that song, and I did it. And it ended up going crazy. Like people were like loved it, and like I performed it at the show I did in Arizona. I opened up for Killer Roy, and it was like the demand for it was so crazy, and I wasn't even gonna drop it. We just did it for that, and now like we're dropping it this week because I was like, dang, well everybody wanted this song, so you gotta listen to people. Yeah, you know, when they speak, you gotta listen. So we're gonna drop it as a soft, like not a soft, but like put it out, and then the next 2 singles will be off the album, and that's when we're going to releasing the project.
I was talking to you about this recently. I've seen that you said Killer Roy.
Yeah,
this kid is doing arenas.
Yeah,
like, he's doing really big shows. How you have a bunch of pressure. You're an athlete. You're in Australia. You're in another country. It's Heat 3. Like this is it.
Yeah.
How was that compared to that pressure to the pressure of like, all right, this is a new venture. 30,000 people out here. What the fuck? Because those shows are big. Yeah, man. Super. They're big.
Yeah,
dude.
They're not
and you've been to a concert like, I'm here to see Garth Brooks. Who is this guy?
Exactly.
So you know what I mean? Like,
bring out Garth Brooks.
Yeah, bring out Garth Brooks, man. Like, your song's sick though.
Yeah.
But how is that pressure of like, yo, skateboarding is all on you. This is all on you, except this is all on you in a new venture, and you're thrown into a stage that most people would work their whole life.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm doing good, I'm doing great, and look at what the hell I'm doing already.
Yeah.
Is that pressure like most people don't get that opportunity in their life working hard, and you're working hard and like it's working. So there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
What's the different pressure? Being in front of a crowd going, you better hit this fucking trick.
Yeah.
Versus
I would say that pressure, like I love pressure, you know.
Okay.
Pressure does 2 things, you know, burst pipes or McDiamonds, and I like to try to always be like go on the path of like becoming a diamond, you know, like using that pressure to my best ability in like positive way and not letting it take a toll on me. And so, you know, I tell people when people ask me like how does doing a show and competing, I always tell them my example is like, you know, when you're competing, you know, you have like multiple runs. Like after you drop in, you hit the first trick. The rest of the run is if you're relaxed, you know, after you get that first run, the second run feels better. You're more relaxed. You're not as nervous. You're not as tense. That's kind of how performing is. Like I'm nervous as hell. Like when I'm back, like, and this, you know, obviously this be my biggest show. Like I'm behind the curtain. I'm like, okay, this is my first time I used earrings too. So like, you know, everything's just different. It's like a real setup. Yeah.
Selena.
Yeah. You know, I felt cool as hell with the earrings, and I'm just like, damn, I'm really like, so, you know, as I'm here and I'm getting ready, my bro TJ's talking, you know, in the mic, like we're getting ready to go on.
You can hear that?
Yeah. I can hear him like, okay, he's welcoming me, or like he's getting ready. Like, okay, we're ready. I hear people talking like, yes, like whatever. And I'm behind, I hear the first song come on. I'm just like, all right, let's just like, let's go out. You know, whatever happens. And I always like perform with like zero expectation because I'm in discovery mode. And, you know, people don't know my music like that, you know, and if they do, they do. But I don't have any expectation of like, oh, they're going to rock with me. I just go out there like, let's just do what you can do. And my bro Pat, he had told me like before this show, he's like, bro, he's like, remember, he's like, nobody gives a fuck about the openers. They all forget. He's like, just make them remember you. And like that kind of had that like in my mind. And so when I was like, I'm just gonna be me and just be fun and be happy and like
that's a great way to look at it.
Yeah,
like you can't lose really. You can just win.
Yeah, you can just win. And so like when I that first song came on, I was like, all right, bet, go out there, just you know, be fun, be me, you know, be happy. And like I watched like from the first song to like the third song how the energy shifted. Because in the beginning everybody was like, okay, because it's my hometown. Like everybody knows me in Arizona for skating. And there was people in the crowd that like I was like some people knew the music, and then after there were some people posting like who knew I skated. Oh, I didn't know you made music, or I didn't know Dashawn had this in him. Like, and so it was a cool opportunity for me, and it did a lot for me in the sense of like creating awareness for like my music, because like I said, I watched the whole energy shift, and by the end of that show, it was like I gained so many new fans and just people, and it kind of gave me a good understanding of like, oh, what it would be like to throw a concert, and like how, because I was not like, you know, they always say like the hardest place to get behind you is where you're from. Yeah. Like you know, people leave from to get pop and they go back. So like to have that support, and like even to have like the light moment where they brought the phones and everybody, I mean, from the front all the way up to the suites, the phone lights were out. It looked insane. It was like amazing to see that. I couldn't believe it, you know. And my bro TJ, like even after that, he had like gave me my flowers, you know, for everything. And he was like, yo, we like, you know, I'm on tour. Like I would do this I'm seeing so much. I've seen all the openers we've had, you know what I mean? And like you did a good job, you know, like the crowd control and everything was good. And for me, it was good because you almost kind of black out. Like when you go out, like the first song or two, like you kind of like spaced out. You just like doing it. And by the end of it, you're like, okay, you setting in and you see everything. And yeah, that was like for sure one of the best nights of my life. Like as far as entering music, because like I said, I know the journey's hard, but I'm not like scared of it. Like I never like let other people or opinions and just the process, you know, detour me. So I'm like, I love the being the underdog. Like, I just want to be undeniable. Like, I'm just going to come out swinging, like, you know, it's where you can't say nothing. Like, so it's been a good journey. The music has been going really good.
Damn, what a little chapter you started.
Right?
Yeah.
That was sick, man. I'm imagining it now. Okay, so you're on your music thing right now. You're doing this, and you have a tour soon.
Yes. So we're going to plan a tour around the project. Right after the project drops, we're going to do like a state-to-state tour.
And it's where the home is where the heart is?
Home is where the heart is. Yeah, so I'm going to do the second event, which is I did the first one last year in Arizona, like on my birthday. This year coming around will be the second one I do. But really, like, even with my tour in the music, I really want to create like an experience, you know? So it's not just like you come to the show, but it's like a two-part thing. I do some with skating and the music, you know, like same day. So like in the daytime, whether I go to like the local skate park or whatever, like I'll do like an event there,
Sick.
skating, whatever. Then later on will be the show. So, you know, so I'll be double dipping in both my worlds because I'm still keeping my skating present and my music, and I'm merging the crowds, you know, because if I do the skating event in the daytime, the people from there will be hype, and it's like, yo, I have a show later, invite all those people, like, you know, they'll show up because they want to keep the experience going. So, you know, I've been to like Rolling Louds, I've been to all the shows, they've been good and it's been awesome, but being in the skate world too, and knowing like how to implement that and like what a skater wants and what is attractive to a skater as far as skating and the experience, like I feel like I have a good understanding of like how to merge those two. So I'm looking forward to putting that on wheels and taking it around and, you know, these different cities. You know, I'm gonna do a couple of states like Arizona, Chicago, Denver, Florida, all these places. Just kind of like create that experience. Yeah. And as Home was where the heart is, it was birthed in Arizona really, and we did that event. The first one, we had like 2 weeks to plan it. It was like me, Pat, you know what I mean? I had all of the homies, you know, that on ground in Arizona who helped me. And we literally like 2 weeks and we went crazy. Like for the show part, we sold like 500 tickets. Like no, you know, a little bit of promo, just hit the ground running. The skate thing went crazy. We had the skate park like filled up, in that, like more filled than that park's ever been. Like since it's existing, the city was so stoked for it. So coming back around this year, I'm stoked. Be even better, starting now, planning it so it would be more, you know, more time. And so I'm looking forward to
whole experience, man.
Yeah, whole experience.
This
like,
is cool.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, because you see like the crossover. Mm-hmm. How do you keep up with both? Yep, it's by doing both the same day.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do one, do the other, because your fans are gonna cross over for a point, and then it's just gonna be, oh, here's my music fans now are here, because it's gonna cross. It's just like when we started the show, I do other content. It crossed over, and then people were like, "Oh, I've never seen this show before. I've never heard of these guys before." And then they started just like with you, like I just gained how many people in that show. Every single thing I think that you can do for yourself, like for everybody listening, is productive.
Facts.
You know what I mean? People hand out CDs. That's not no more. Social media's free.
Yeah.
Run it up.
Factual.
You know. So I mean, so for you. In the skating aspect, you're bringing that around, but you're still competing. Like, it's not like you're retired.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like you're older, you're young still, so you're doing your stuff. So, what has that been like with the balance? Are you doing your album? You're doing the tour. Are you still? I mean, you're not competing during that tour, or are you?
Honestly, it just depends. Like even right now. You know, how my day typically works is like, you know, I would have the gym like 2 times a week, 3 times a week. So that's like Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, but every day, even gym days, like say a normal day looks like, if I'm not doing the gym, would be like, okay, wake up, skate from like noon to like 5, 6, whatever. Straight from skating, I go to the studio from like 6 to like 10, 6 to 11, you know, whatever. And then if it's like a gym day, which I use that as like a recovery day because I'm already fatigued from like training, that is a day I'll probably go to the studio earlier and be like on that type of time all day, relaxing in the studio. But it's been a good balance. Like I feel like now it's crazy that like it's been more motion with the music, because I'm starting to really think about it. Like, okay, if that is a thing, like, okay, what if like a crazy tour kicks off, or like I'm getting hit up to like go perform here and like I have a contest, you know, I have been thinking about that lately with that balance, because a lot of people ask me like, what do you love more? I'm like, bro, I love honestly them both the same. Like the one's not overshot. Like I put in the same amount of work for both. Like, you know, I'm not doing one more than the other, and so it's been cool to kind of see how to adjust to that. Because even when I'm going to like do that opening show in Arizona, I'm like, okay, I can't get hurt. Like I'm like, let me try to like, you know. But me, I've already been thinking about it. I'm like, yo, honestly, if I was to get hurt before a show, I would still perform.
Of course, still a stool.
Yeah, so, you know, something.
By the way, I broke my toe.
yeah. So it's been a cool balance though, because like, you know, both those worlds, you can do one when you can't do the other. They coexist like perfectly together. You know, like if I'm hurt, I could still be making music and be in the studio and still be productive and, you know, and hype.
Yeah.
So it's been dope, you know. I'm looking forward to when it gets to that point to where it's like, okay,
Now
real scheduling, like, okay, I got Street League or X Games this day. Okay, I got this big show I got to do this day. Okay, I got to go here, like, you know, because all the homies, they be taking, you know, get to the level where it's a jet away. Okay, I got to fly in for the showcase tomorrow. I got to get back to LA because I got X, you know, like, which seems so amazing. Like I think that's gonna be such a dope. Like here is there at the lowest level, but like when it's like that, it's gonna be so fun. Like I'm looking forward to just like, yo,
Soaking it in.
Yeah.
Like even like, give me a water bottle. I don't care what kind of water. I'm on a jet. Oh my God. Yeah, like I'll be thirsty. I'm on a jet.
Yeah, I just want to have fun, man, and do amazing stuff and, you know, experiences and everything. And that's all. Like it, you know, even when it seems like it's a lot, it's never a lot. Like it's a blessing. Life could always be worse. So I've been just learning how to be more present with everything and be grateful and thankful for it all, and just like indulge in, you know, everything that life brings to me, you know, like skating, music, just everything, you know, because you only live once, literally. Like, you know, YOLO is cliche, but it's so true. Like I want to, like, whenever, you know, that time, because I want to be like, okay, I did, you know, like
Much
everything
as
I want to do.
all I did. Yep.
Yeah. So you know, music is, I'm also very thankful of the skating world heavily, because the skating culture is way different from the music. You know, I feel like there's a lot of more egos and everything kind of in music.
It's the being rich thing.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we're popping. You don't have a mansion? How are you not popping?
Yeah, you feel
Skating,
me?
like this fool is dropped in 540.
Yeah.
I don't care where he lives.
Yeah. It's like, bro, you one of us.
Yeah.
Like, we just are rock stars at the end of the day. And so I have that energy in music, and I feel like I've definitely, when, you know, some of the rooms I enter, I can tell that like I'm sticking out like a sore thumb, because I'm just like, I'm in there with the happy to be there energy, and everybody's kind of like,
super cool.
Yeah,
And you just leave
I'm
soon.
just like, yo, what's up, King? How you doing, bro? The shop, man. Nice to meet you, man. Like, and everybody's like, yeah, nice to meet you, bro. But I love that. I love that about me, and I love having that influence in that aspect of my life and being in skateboarding, because it's just different, you know. And I'm trying to bring more of that energy with my music career, and you know, a lot of my homies say it comes through my music, you know, like my energy and stuff. For
you're talking about like a global energy, like crossover. It's bigger than just like
100%. Yeah, like let's just have fun. I want to make music to make people feel good and dance, and hopefully they feel the positive, fun energy, you know, through it all. But yeah, that's kind of my goal with it all.
Yeah, you should never limit yourself. Like,
yeah,
I think we had Boo Johnson on. He's a great
that's
example.
my dog.
He's
Yeah,
got so many little
much
things going on
Yeah.
outside of skateboarding, and he's preaching like wellness and health and all this stuff all the
JHF,
time.
yeah, just have fun.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Talking about our sponsor, MyBookie. Right now, you can go to dopeasusualpodcast.com/MyBookie, and that's going to go straight to the link on our page. If not, if you're already on MyBookie, the website, use our code DopeAsUsual at checkout. That's going to get you the deal of a lifetime. If you bet $96, they're going to match you $96. If you bet $999, they will match you $99, all the way up to $1,000. MyBookie is doing this deal with us. On top of that, you get a free $10 chip to the live casino. Just go use it. Use our code DopeAsUsual, or go to dopeasusualpodcast.com/MyBookie. With that being said, you can also bet on the Olympics. Did you know that? Did you know that use a live casino, you can go play blackjack right now from Kansas City, Missouri? You don't have to go to Vegas to bet. You can bet with MyBookie right now. Remember, code DopeAsUsual at checkout, or go to dopeasusualpodcast.com/MyBookie. They're going to match you up to $1,000 on your bet and a free $10 casino chip. Get ready for that, all right? And until then, let's get back to the episode. Guys, this is MyBookie. This is Dope As Usual Podcast. Let's get back.
Is there anybody else that you like look up to that does it the way you want to do it?
I would say, man, Boo's definitely one. I've always been inspired by him. P-Rod, like, great person. You know, I always look to him for advice, just in general, on and off my board. Shane O'Neill, also a really close friend of mine. Trying to think, you know, I've been inspired by like the Nickels, you know, when they were like pushing the music hard. That inspired me to like just come out of that box and be myself. Man, the list can go on, you know, like
acting,
the ties, like my bro TJ, Pat, like Nico, everybody in my team that I'm surrounded by has all been inspiration to me to just like be myself and do you know, no matter what people think, you know what I mean, no matter what say, like nothing, like literally nothing matters. Like nothing matters. Like how people think, how people view you, the comments on your page of people like, bro, I get comments all day long sometimes like, the skate and all this like trolls. I'm just like, oh, whatever. Like, is it what it is? Like, I already know, like, you know, I'm gonna keep going and that's just part of life, you know. If you don't have those, you're not doing something right. So,
yeah, you find that, and then you go, shit. But at the same time, shut up.
Yeah, no facts. Oh, yeah, cause I be reading. I be like, bro. I be like, really, bro? Like, you?
There's no way you
that
think
bored.
That. You don't think that?
Like, yeah, but I'm like, bro, for real. Like, you just trolling. Like, I go to the page, it's like 2 posts. I'm like, yeah, bro, you just
one's of a dog, and then like a macaroni they made. It's not in focus.
Yeah, like, facts. Like who are you, bro? Like, you just want to just do that just to do
turn
that.
Out
like,
so it's your kid's teacher.
Yeah,
he's a troll. It's like Randy from fucking South Park. He's just or not Randy. Sorry, I won't even get into it. We can't be cussing. My bad. Yeah, nah. I was gonna get into it, and then it's just gonna be nothing but cussing. It's trolls online.
Yeah, trolls. Yeah. The same people who make those comments, like the good comments, like this shit's dope, are the same people who make the fake accounts to troll. You
can always tell by the way they type. Like, it's the same guy. Yeah. And our live chats be like, yo, I know it's you. I just blocked you 10 minutes ago. Yeah. You're writing the same way, Michael.
Facts.
Yeah, but no, it's okay. The online thing, dude, you look way too happy to even care about negative comments.
No,
you're walking in, you're bouncing. So I don't think that matters to you.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn.
So when it comes to skating and it comes to all that, so the balance, you're looking forward to that challenge is what I'm hearing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. When it gets, you want it to get to that point.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I want that so bad, man. I performing is... Man, it's addicting, man. It's like a drug. Even when I went to shows and concerts, I'm like, you know, I dance, but I'm literally the dude who's just standing there, just looking, studying, just really like intrigued and just like tapped into just because I love watching somebody perform, and you know, music is like very special. It's like it has these timestamps and just like these feelings and emotions that takes you like these different places and time in your life. It's like super effective, and so. I love just seeing the effect of like a person's like art, like on how the people and everybody in the crowd has a different connection to everything. So I've always been intrigued in that. So to be able to make music or like kind of do that, captivating. Yeah, do something captivating to see how it affects people and like see, you know, a crowd out there and people listening to you and these people that you've probably inspired or like got through time, like. That's so inspiring to me. Like, you know, it's same with skating. Like when I'm skating a contest and that kid or that parent comes up to me and is thanking me, I'm like, this is what keeps me going, you know? Like money and stuff's cool, but the greatest act is to inspire. So like I kind of live to just do that. And my whole if I'm thinking about getting money, it's because I want to do something to like with it to like, you know, still be a catalyst for like inspire. So me like, yeah, I want that bad. I want it to get crazy. I want to tour for music crazy, big shows, like all that. So I'm looking forward to it getting hectic.
I love this attitude, man.
I'm seeing a big ass ramp on stage.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. You're dropping in, like, come on, you're gonna
dropping like Shane McMahon.
Yeah,
on a thing, come in. Oh,
nah, facts, man.
So that's who I was thinking of earlier. I was like, who's an athlete that does music also that did it well? Nicole Smith.
Yeah. Nikhil did, yeah. He inspired me just by the way.
I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, by the way he like. When he did it. Like he was unapologetically him, and that inspired me a lot, you know, because it's hard, like in skating, and you know, and all these things that are like super political with people who you have the people who don't care to make that comment, people who judge, and some people in positions of power that just have an opinion about certain things, and it kind of like when you first coming up, you want to do all these things to like get there, like you want to make sure you like you know you having a certain image, or you don't want to do too much, you don't get out of pocket because you want to solidify and do your stuff. So when you get to that point and you know, whatever field or art you're in to where like you've, you know, stamped and dropped a pin and you're like, okay, now I can be me. And either way you're winning, that's like a beautiful thing to see and it's inspired. And so I looked up to that a lot, you know what I mean? And to this day, you know, all the homies like that, you know, I think it's a beautiful thing. And so I always look like, dang, like that helped me get out of my shit. Like I'm gonna just drop music and now I'm like fully in. I'm like, bro, this is a part of me. Like you get this is all of me. So what's one, you know, the followers come and go. I don't care what nobody thinks. It's about my happiness or what I want to do. And, you know, it always like everything follows, like, you know, and it's how you perceive, how you, you know, give yourself and, you know what I mean, and put yourself out there is people receive it how they want to receive it, you know?
You can be the nice guy in the world. I think you're a jerk. It doesn't, like, at the end of the day, like when I go to sleep, I love this. is
Yeah,
my world.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm not hurting nobody, not doing, and it's just great to like we've had a pro athlete on recently, and to hear the different aspects of how people put their brains and mindsets on winning, or their brains on I feel like you're just so happy about it.
Right? Yeah.
Everybody's like, no, it's a grind. It's like, yeah, it is a grind, but you're like, yeah, it's a grind, but you're happy about it. I love that. It makes it feel like this isn't impossible. Look how happy this person is. 'Cause you think pro skate, like, this fool's all beat up. Like, yeah, you can be beat up and still smiling about it.
Yeah.
Like, I like this different vibe of that you got going. I mean, yeah, Boo Johnson, we had him on before too, because we have a bunch of skate. Like,
we actually kind of have had a bunch of skate.
okay, I take it back. You're completely right, but that's different. Like Tony Hawk is It's Tony Hawk, man. Yeah. He's Tony Hawk. He's always going to be everybody like, who's your favorite character to play with on Tony Hawk?
I mean, I'll go Kareem Campbell. Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah. He was, it's the style when they're,
yeah.
Because you can't play Bob Burnquist on street.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. His stance is just not fun.
Facts.
But to see, like, when it comes to skating, you're 27?
27, yep.
Bro. You got a long time left in here. This is the next gen. Like, skating is in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm. Factual.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, I'm looking at your credentials and I'm wondering what there is left. Like, you have the Street League champions, you have the X Games, you have the Olympics.
Yeah.
You're like a Nike skater.
Yeah.
What more can you accomplish besides
what's the
being the best in the world?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of accolades, man.
Yeah,
for being 27 years old.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, there's other things like skateboarding. Like they have like a skater of the year, which is Thrash. Like that's like a goal. That would be sweet to get one of those. Just really continue to just like until I can no more. Just shift the culture like with skating and open people's mind and just really be like a good, represent the culture. You know what I mean? Like inspire whether you're Black, Hispanic, whatever kids, minority, just like skate. And just like be comfortable in your own skin. Like just be confident in who you are, like whatever you do. And that's kind of what I do with the music too, is like, bro, like I know so many people, like great people who are crazy artists who still haven't dropped music that like, and I won't even drop the names on y'all right now. And y'all know who I'm talking about because I've had talks with these people. It's like, what are you scared for? Like you are actually amazing at this. Like do what you want, like do you like. And so I just try to like do everything I do and stay locked in and, it hopefully inspire and motivate people just to like go hard at everything they want to do and be comfortable in your own skin, and so with skating, like I feel like there's still so much I want to do, like filming more video parts, like and projects and stuff like that, and just really just continue to try to push the skateboarding with amongst all my other peers who are doing it amazingly, like one of my best friends, Yuto, he's 2 times Olympic gold medalist. Like that's inspiration in itself, like seeing that, and that inspires me too. I'm like, dang, like, skateboarding is like it's a beautiful thing to have a part of my life. And so like it's continuing, it's humbling, and it just like always opens my mind. And that's kind of where I feel like the persistence and the dedication as far as like the work ethic aspect, even like coming over to music is like, I don't take no for an answer, like I fall and get back up like every day when I'm skating.
That's a great analogy.
And I don't like, I'm down to putting the reps in work. Like I literally try a trick for 2 hours down a 13 stair. Like nothing you telling me no, or you telling me my music sucks. It's just gonna push me to get better and want to land it. Like I'm gonna land it. I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna put in the work to get that trick type shit. So about
step 8 on the way down is where I'm going, nope. And I'm kicking that board out and I'm tumbling, going, I don't skate no more. I don't have it in me to go, I need to be better. I used to skate my whole life. I loved it. Nope. I found I was like, I'm over this. But skating it's like I say, if I have 3 wishes, flying, skating, and drawing. I'd love to be a perfectionist, but you can't, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Skating is just, it's just been part of like, I think everyone that's under 40 years old has owned a skateboard at one point 100%. In life in America. Did you ever own a skateboard?
I got my signed Tony Hawk.
I know, but I'm talking about as a kid.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, random. He's one of 5.
Yeah, he's one of 5. You're a rare species.
Yeah, you're rare. But I think skateboarding, when I was a kid, you get chased off everywhere, and then we got opened a skate park in my town. And it was like, it's a skate park. People do drugs at, but it's a skate park. Now, like I'm saying, people don't look at, oh, I skate. Like, no, I'm a pro athlete. It's way different. Like seeing people actually take it serious. Like looking at your Instagram, just looking at your socials, your Twitter. it's not just, I skate. It's like, I'm a pro athlete. People do this for real. It's that once you see Nike too, you're like, what is going on in skateboarding? This is real. And you saw Nike SB. I mean, not now, but 10 years ago, you'd be like, what is an SB? I mean, if you're a skater, obviously don't attack me, fools. You know what I'm saying?
It's Nike slap boxing, right?
But you know what's crazy? I just had that happen to me at the airport, actually. I was flying back here from Arizona. Went back for my grandma's birthday. And I've been lying with a lady, and she's like asking me, like, I forgot, I don't know what she asked me. I don't know if she's like asking me what I do, or like why I was back in Arizona or whatever, or how long I've been living there. Yeah, that's what it was. She asked me if Burbank was home, whatever, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, I'm going back home. You know, I've been there for 10 years. She's like, oh, what brought you there? You know, I was like, oh, skateboarding. You know, I'm professional skateboarder. She's like, like, is that like, is that like a thing? Like, is your job, like, you get paid for that? And it's so funny because that's everybody's reaction. I'm like, yeah, like, that's like that's like my job, you know? I love it, but it's like, that's like my job. I get paid. She's like, for real? Like, people don't have no idea about that, about the world, like, of skateboarding. And so it's funny when I get that intriguing, like, little conversation. People ask me what I do, and I'm like, professional skateboarder. And then they're like, you pays? I'm like, yeah, that's like how I live. And
how do skaters get paid? Competitions and then just endorsements?
Yeah, contests and endorsements. Like, like even like in sports, like NFL, you get a shoe contract, whatever, multi-year deal, whatever, and you get those with whatever category you fill up, whether it's drinks, shoes, clothes, you can have a sponsor for each category. Then however long the deal is and however long they sign you is what your pay is.
What's the typical length of like a skate tour, of like a tour for competition? How long does that take?
Like just like going on tour for contests?
Yeah, because I used to watch like all the skate videos when I was a kid, like when YouTube they were putting them just on YouTube, right? And all the skate videos, it seems like people are just in vans for like weeks at a time, damn near. What does that consist of? Like, how long is the typical, hey, we're going to go on a run and do a video, or we're going to go on a run and do a series of competitions? Are you gone for months at a time?
Yes. So, yeah, so it could be months at a time. Like, say, for example, for a video, like, if okay, we got a year to film the video. Within that year, you're going on a handful of trips, probably out of the country, in-state, a week or two in each place. You know what I mean?
Competitions.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's for street skate, like filming video parts. But then contests, they're like once every month or once every other month. And it just depends on where the tour's going. There might be like 2 in-state and the other 4 are like out of the country, And then like every other month, you traveling to the contest. You're there for like a couple of days, a week.
And your team is paying for you to go there?
Yeah. If it's set up with your sponsors, and your contract, if they like support travel and experience for competition, And some contests, like say, for example, I just went to one in Germany and they paid for flight and hotel. So it just depends on the contest and how it's set up, Some of those contests, which are like bigger ones, like that was a Red Bull contest, but they like the invite list, how they did it was like they invite the skaters. So, that invited list, they accommodate, and everything. Gotcha. So it just depends on how each contest, competition body, is set up, and how they run it, But yeah, that's all over the place.
How does Team USA come around then?
So Team USA, that is really like you can compete in the Olympic trials, the contest for like points. You could be a part of the team. It's like 3 people, I think, that you get a part of the team at some point in the season. They announce it based off of your ranking. They have resources for you available within that. I'm not sure like what they are in detail, but they'll support you, whether it's travel, like contest fee, through that. But that's all like the body of work and the process of Olympics. It's separate from X Games and the street leagues and stuff. They're all like their own identity. Yes. But yeah, like that's a cool and interesting. I did it. I actually was competing to go to Tokyo, missed that cut by like 1 trick. And then I tried again for this past one, but I had I was hurt in the beginning of the season. So I didn't get off on the right foot. So I was always playing catch up. It wasn't really like a good run for me because I was like hurt the first, and I had a lot of other things I was doing. I was sacrificing like practicing and stuff to go to these other like fashion things, and that were great opportunities, that like I don't regret at all, sacrificing for. But it's a cool thing. Like all the homies are competing. Like this past one in Paris, they all killed it. Jagger, Nija, Yuto, and it's dope to watch. I think for LA, I'm gonna try again. Like I never really like fully locked in. I kind of always been like, oh, I have a foot in, but I'm also doing like my music and like a little bit of stuff I get invited to. But like but it's been cool. Like I enjoy it. I think it's great for skateboarding on that aspect of it. Skateboarding's two different things. It's contest and it's like street and the core side. And one thing about the contest stuff too is like even with Olympics and specifically is that's every 4 years. So if somebody doesn't know about skating and they get into it from the Olympics, they want to learn more about skating, so they go to the core side. Because you know, like, because they want to learn more, different skaters and different companies, like you have to. So it's like a recycle, reuse, refresh thing where like both sides always win, obviously. And I don't like to chase that side because it's like, me personally, I didn't find happiness in it because just the way, you know, you have to change your whole way of living if you're only skating to compete, you know? And it's fun. Success comes from that. And all the homies who've been successful in that space is good. I don't do too good with like the pressure of like trying to win all the time. I feel weird, kind of what we talked about earlier, where I'm like happy about it. It's like, I kind of feel weird when I'm like aggressively trying to be competitive. I'm competitive, but within myself. Like I want to do good and like win because I know I feel like I could, or I'm confident in myself, but I'm not like move type of competitive. And I hate sometimes those environments, Olympic qualifying and stuff like that is like that. And I always felt like I always get like imposter syndrome because I always felt like everybody there was so hungry and like, and I'm there because I want to, I'm there. I want to do good, but like I also just like like these dudes are like kind of like everybody just like the energy's crazy at these contests, you know. And so I just like the X Games and the street leagues. They're one day, you know, you go, you have fun, you're skating with the homies, it's done. There's no points, there's no like Olympic big stage. It's kind of crazy. And then you watch everybody who's in the Olympics, like after, is like, where do they go? How's life after that? You know, you have that whatever the press run, and that's all fun. You get the energy, the attention, the money, and then it's like, okay, where do I go from here? Like, how are you really enjoying life? Some homies are, but are you really like, you know, if you don't do how you want to do, those 5 years you dedicated just only doing that, you missed out on so much.
Yeah.
And after the first one, my attitude was different for the second one, because the first one I was like really invested in because it was like new and, you know, it was a new thing. But the second one, my attitude was different because I went through it and being on both sides, and I had the whole mental just revamp after not making it in. And I was like, okay, what do I really want to do? Like, how do I feel about all this all? And now my energy and you know, mind on everything is I feel like it's at a good thing right now, and I'm enjoying life. I'm so happy. Like, so like, if I go, it'll be cool to go, but I'm not like I need to go like for my success. Like I'm like, bro, it you know, either happens or you don't. God's time is the best time, and so if you know, if it's meant in my cards for me to go, I'll go. Yeah, it'll happen for me, but I just want to live life, man.
I don't want to stress like that. Of that, of like the aggressive competition. Yeah. It's the Olympics, best in the world. You better be the best in the world, top. I didn't think about that. Like, no, I just want to go to the X Games and just skating fun. Yeah, I didn't think about like, yo, it's the biggest stage on the planet. It's brand new, and you better be the best. I get it. If that's not your, you're living your life. It's not. You're not Kurt Angle. You don't have to be every 5 minutes is training. Yeah. I get that, because if not, you'll be 30, almost 32, and going, 4 years and have fun at all. Yeah. That kind of sucks. Actually, never mind. I take it back. Ivan Drago training to skate. You know what I'm saying? From Rocky. That's what you're doing at that point. I get it, man, but. Cool outlook. Damn, about the Olympics, it's not that big of a deal. That's the kind of confident in the mind I want to be in. Like,
nobody else there is thinking that.
Yeah, no. Oh, for fucks. I'm trying to get that medal. Like, you know what I mean? And then if they go, they don't do good, they mad. But me, I'm like, bro, I made it. Like I skated in the finals Olympics. Like, it's cool. Like I made, like it's all fun, you know. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not gonna sit and act like I don't care to win, or I would love to go. But my reason for going, people would ask me this the first Olympics, like, what would you do if you went to the Olympics? And I was like, bro, honestly, like, I just want to go to be like an African-American skater at the Olympics and like inspire people. I like the money and stuff's cool. Like I've made money in skating. Like I remember my first pro contest I won, like the most money I ever made. You know what I mean? It was Street League Chicago, 2017. Thought I was so cool. And I had a humbling experience where I was like, okay, I realized every contest I was skating, I was like putting so much pressure on myself because I was like doing it because I wanted more money. I wanted, and it was like taking it out of skateboarding from me. I was not enjoying skating. I was like, my work ethic was kind of like not there because I was just like, oh, like I wasn't really trying to trick all day anymore. I was like, oh, I'm trying this trick. Okay, I didn't get a whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not skating today. I got comfortable, and I had that whole thing. I had to get back hungry, you know, and enjoy skateboarding and stay hungry and stay humble. And so like that's why now I'm so like this. I'm like, oh, like. I just want to skate hard, do dope stuff, and like have fun, you know what I mean? And when I'm in these situations, I want to win. Like I want to do as best as I could. Yeah. But I'm not like gonna be like pushing people, like, you know, I'm not pushing people off the board to win. I'm just like, yo, like if it's my day, it's my day. It's not, you know. And it's still a balance. I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna say like, oh, like it's all good. I go to concerts, I don't care. Like I care when I go to a concert and I don't do good, like, you know, because I want to do good. And if I know I could and I don't do good, I dwell on a little bit, but I'm definitely way better with like, okay, brushing it off. Like, bro, life goes on. Like that contest happened, Olympics happened. Has anybody else nobody's talking about it no more.
No, it's
like,
over.
That contest, that street, life moves on. Nobody cares. You make a post on Instagram today, 5 minutes later, nobody cares.
I thought it was funny. All I saw at the Olympics was the break dancer,
yeah,
and the dude with the gun.
Yeah, you feel me though? Like it's crazy. Like these moments, like, and why would I make my life all about this moment that happens every 4 years, and then it's done, and then it's just like if you don't win, nobody cares.
It's over.
And if you do win, you have that moment, and you better keep doing it again, because if you don't do it the next time, that person who wins the next time is the new person. So it's like just right? It don't matter.
It's a weird thing to dedicate your life to.
When you put it that way, yeah, I guess so.
You know, like
all right, 4 years, we're gonna have another moment.
Yeah,
maybe,
like what, like in that, like it, honestly speaking, like, and I would love to ask people this question, like what do you really do it for? Like, what is your intentions behind wanting to get them? Like, what, like,
do they get paid a lot or no?
I don't know if some sports. I'm not sure what the bag is in skating. I don't think it's like crazy, but if you have incentive within your brand partnerships and your deals, you can come up pretty good. Like, say you have a sponsor, it's like, oh, if you get first at Olympics, you get an extra $100,000. You know, it depends on what structure of your incentive is. What we know with the companies you ride for. But definitely, you know, money comes with that for sure. But you know, more money, more problems. Yeah. So is it really happiness there? I don't know.
Love hearing this.
I don't know.
So, question: I'm 13 right now. With social media is popping. I'm a good ass skater. I want to be a pro skater. I just watched this episode. What am I doing?
Man, I would say, man, believe the impossible is possible. You know, stay hungry, stay humble. And just like believe, like, you know, imagine and dream as far as you can. You know, I always say like sky isn't the limit, because you could just dream beyond that. So it's like, bro, just be locked in. If it's something you really want to do, like, you can make it happen. You know, I got this tattoo. I got a saying tattooed on me. Me and my bro Pat did, actually. It's a sticker that, like, when Virgil was just doing the Off-White stuff, he like sent me a box and it had stickers in there, and it said it won't fail because of me. And like, I love that saying, you know, like, and me ever since then I've been like, yo, like, if I'm doing everything I need to be doing, or I put my mind to, like, it literally won't fail because of me. And if things that I don't accomplish, it's okay. I did what I could, but I just like, you know, I would say I advise everybody just to, like, you know, just stay 10 toes down. You know what I mean? Just push with your best foot forward always. And yeah, stay hungry, stay humble. Don't get lost in the sauce. I remember that's that video Gucci man. He said, man, you can overload, you can overload on sauce, man. You
can something, but you can get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I forgot what.
We were born with sauce. No, I was born with. What does he say?
It's so good. I gotta remember.
You can get lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
it's some science though. Yeah.
It's like in Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm right, but I could have been wrong. But I am wrong, but I could have been right. So I am right because I could have been wrong.
Yeah, he said something about like when I was this, I ain't have the sauce. He's like, it's a difference.
When I was broke, can you still be broke and have sauce? You don't have to have money to have sauce.
Yeah, because you can still have sauce, man. He's like, well, you can't overload.
Get lost in the sauce. Yeah. Damn, whatever he says, there's a reason why he's a rapper.
Oh God,
wordsmith.
Oh God,
that's hilarious.
Oh God, yeah.
I feel like Nico's looking up the quote right now. I need that quote.
I was really gonna pull my phone and be like, "What is?"
I know what I can hear it, but I just it's not precise in my head.
Yeah, it's a good one. Like, yeah, we need that. When we play that, we need to play that because it's true. Like I said, man, I'm happy I had that humbling experience earlier in my career because it kind of was just like, what am I doing it for? I know, like, one of those moments again. I had to like step back. I was like, yeah, what am I? Okay, I want some money, but that money's here and gone. What am I doing it? And I'm happy I got that back. And even now, the balance between skating and music, like, one fuels the other. Like, I go to the studio, I'm excited to skate again. I'm skating, I can't wait to go to the studio. So it's a good balance I have right now. I'm blessed to have that. And I'm just trying to keep it fun. You know, I was talking to my TM the other day. We're driving home from a dinner, and he was like, you know, even within the music stuff, he was like, I just hope that, like, you know, like, even that, you know, goes crazy, like, you just stay, like, you know, locked in, and, you know, you keep skating fun. And you still skate. I'm like, bro, I got you. I promise, you know what I mean? This is, like, skate is a part of me. This, without that is no this. And without that is no, you know, like, everybody I've met, artists, has been through skating. Like, skating's kind of been a gateway for my networking and music, you know? 100%. So it's like,
Everybody respects an actual athlete.
You feel me?
You have to. Like, I can't do what you do.
Yeah, like
that's incredible.
It's feel me. So I hold that close to my heart. Like skating is like, that's my baby. Like that's what I mean. That's who I am today. That's what made me who I am today. You know?
Here we go. It's getting close. September 21st, guys. Hall of Flowers to me is the day that all of us stoners can go and meet, hang out, and be like-minded and go ahead and get stuff that we want to get from the brands that we like. Hall of Flowers, September 21st. Go to hallofflowers.com right now and get your tickets. Remember, there aren't a lot of festivals that are worth going. And from me to you, as someone that's been at hundreds of events as a vendor and been to hundreds of events as a customer, this is one of the best ones that you could possibly go to. And as of right now, I think it might be the best one to go to. Super fun. Over 300 vendors, guys. There's actual food, there's water, there's bathrooms. And if you've heard from my story times, I've had nightmares trying to use the bathroom at certain cups. If you want to go somewhere where you can find new brands, or go somewhere where you can go find the brands that you love, take advantage of this. Go to hallofflowers.com right now and get your tickets. I will be there vlogging, smoking, walking around, say hi. Also, for 1 hour, I will be doing a panel. But wherever the speaking part's at, I will be there for 1 hour just talking. I'm super stoked. Thank you guys so much. And if I see you there, give me a high five. Say what up. If you watch the show, I appreciate it. hallofflowers.com. Go get your ticket September 21st. Have a dope ass day. Hey, what's up, guys? Taking a moment real quick to talk about one of our favorite sponsors we've ever had on the show, and this is Cypher. It's a pipe, it's a bong, it's a bowl, whatever you want to turn it into. You could put hash in there. You could take dabs off the weed. You can put keef in it. It is the coolest thing that you can use on the go. If you are in the forest on a hike, there is no easier way that you could put a bong in your pocket and keep walking. If you have 8 flavors, pack up 8 different pods. You have 8 different flavors on the go. There's carrying cases, there's tubes so your weed doesn't fall out. It's made for smokers, by smokers, so they know all of the hiccups when it comes to brands. This is a stealth pipe. It's on the go. It's smell proof. You don't see flame. You don't see any smoke until you exhale. But if you want to see smoke like me, I like to see the smoke. I put the bong attachment on, the water attachment. It turns it into a bong right then and there. It is the coolest thing for flower to come out in a very long time. If you have one, if you tried it, please leave in the comments. How much did you like it? What are the things that you liked about it? There aren't very many things I don't like it. I can't even think of stuff. Nova by Cypher, one of the coolest things to come out for flower in a very long time. Go ahead and check them out, guys. Back to the episode. Why'd you hop in? Well, what made you get on a skateboard? Because you're in Arizona.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
What are you doing outside skating? I mean, obviously it's boring in Arizona. Yeah. I get it. I've been there. So, I mean, skating is the only fun thing to do, but which cousin gave you a board and goes, get on this right now?
Actually, it wasn't even family. I came across skating when I lived in Tucson. I went off the townhouse I moved into. It was a street that was like in the back, like kind of your backyard. Your backyard was very small. It was like a shed, and there was little townhouses, and there was a street that ran all the way through the complex. And the first day we moving in, I just see a homie on a board. I'm like, he had big wheels on it. And I didn't know the difference between cruiser and skateboarding wheels. I just saw he was on a board. And I'm like, yo, like, can I ride your skateboard? Like, I asked him to ride a skateboard.
How old were you?
Probably, I was in elementary school, probably like third grade.
I'll say there's a certain age, but let me ride that. Like,
yeah.
Facts. All right, little kid, you can ride it.
No, facts. Yeah, so I got on his board right away. Like, I had balance. Like, he was letting me, like, I use a skateboard. And I was like, yo, I had no problem, like, trying to get my balance. It was weird. Like, I think about it. Like, I just got on the skateboard and was just, like, cruising. And then after that, I was seeing him more. Then somebody in my friend group that I was hanging around with all the time, they had a board, like started using the skateboard again, moved from Tucson to Phoenix, started going to some of my first skate parks, and everything. Had the board that I was supposed to give back to my friend before I moved, so I just took it with me. I wish I remember who bro was, because that board, that was my first board. Oh, you never
saw him again?
Never saw him again, bro.
He's going to be watching the Olympics 2028 going, I know that's this motherfucker.
Bro,
that's my board.
I wish I kept, I wish I kept that board too, bro.
Oh, like, he got rid. Oh,
I don't even know where it went. I think I threw it away or something. Maybe when I was moving to the next apartment or something, my mom and them, but yeah, I always think about that. I'm like, man, that would have been cool to like remember who bro was, because that changed my life. Yeah, like literally changed my life, man. Like that friend group I had, it was like me, my bro Steven, rest in peace. And there was a couple of other homies. I'm blanking on the name right now. It was so long ago. But that was my crew. I hung out with in that neighborhood, and I was just skating, and we'd build little ramps and try to be skated. And so I'm grateful for that and that experience, because that, like I said, that changed my life. Like I had no idea this was in the cards for me to become a professional skateboarder. I was in dance groups, football, club basketball, everything. So to have like that.
Cornerback or running back?
Running back. They moved me around. I was like running back. nose guard, wide receiver.
Nose guard?
The nose guard was random.
That's why I would play.
Yeah, the nose guard was random.
It was random as hell, dude.
It was so random. But I was there for a minute, and then they were just kind of like swapping me around, because I was doing good in all those, and so but they were just maybe curious. And I actually got on that football team. It was funny. They signed me up, paid for everything, my pads, everything. Didn't have to come out of pocket nothing because I was at the park with my friend one day and we were doing backflips, and they were like intrigued by that. And they were like, "Yo, like go home, get your mom, come back. We want to put you on." We went home, told my mom, I was like, "Mom, this football team at the park, like they want to," went back, signed me up, everything paid for. And I was a part of the tackle football team.
Those coaches were like, none of these kids are athletic. Who is this kid out here? Yeah. Like in Bad News Bears, like, we need this guy right here. Hell yeah. I mean, recruiting just, I'll pay the $113 for the season for a city league. I got him. We need somebody to run the ball. I'm telling you, man. Have you ever been on a real bad football team? You look around like, this is us. My first team, that was us, but I'm looking like, oh God. Nobody here is a quarterback body style, bro. Yeah. We're all fat kids. So growing up, you just got a skateboard, accidentally took it, started a different life. I gotta know, you already knew you were good once you were getting on the board. You're like, wow, I can actually do loading docks. What year of life did that start from? I'm skating, hanging out. I'm like, no, let's go hit some stairs. Was it quick? Relative, like, was it years before you were like? Because I used to skate my whole life. As soon as I hit loading docks, I'm done. Yeah, that's when I started being like, I'll stay down here, not doing that. Yeah. And that's when my life changed because they're like, no, we're gonna hit the stairs. Like, no. And, I don't want to sit there for 3 hours. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Facts. You're like, I'm gonna go hit some rails too, actually.
Yes, different rails, Marty. Oh. I love that. He said, past life.
Yeah, he's in past life.
I was skiing. Yeah, the Winter Olympics. Yeah. In Merced, California.
Yeah. In the summer. Oh God!
Ice skating. What else can we say? Exactly. Oh God! Sorry.
It was years. It was years after that because I feel like that was where like the real turning point was when I started competing. I tried to get in contests.
What age?
Probably like I was in junior high. I was like trying to compete.
Was it flat ground?
No, it was like they had a contest called Vocal Wild in the Parks, and there was another one called Element Make It Count.
A Vulcan one was your first one? How exciting!
Yeah, and Element Make It Count was like my first one. I won that when I was like JIT in Arizona, and the trip was like they flew you to like LA. You went to like the Element YMCA camp in Tehachapi, and like you just was it Tehachapi or maybe I think it was. But it was the forest, and like it was like a whole trip, and they had the finals. They had a skate park there at the YMCA, so you stayed there the whole weekend with all the winners from every other state, and like the concert was there, and it was a cool little weekend of like adapting to nature and hanging out, and it was all Element, and that was like the first contest I like won and like experienced that, and after that kind of motivated me because I was trying to get in this contest that was the second biggest amateur contest in Arizona called Phoenix Am. But I couldn't get in the first year because I didn't have like big enough sponsors. So that second year they let me in. I like skated good. I got like 9th out of like 200 skaters. And
wow!
I started getting like offers like to get flow and sponsors, and that's kind of when it started like really like moving and and going up. And that was kind of like my realization. I was like, dang, like maybe I could I'm doing this. Like I'm getting sponsored now. I got to pay for boards. I didn't have shoes. So I was skating shoes bigger than my feet. Just like caught at demos and stuff like that. But. Yeah, that, and I was on sponsors. Like I had a sponsor in Arizona called Eon. It was called Everything or Nothing. And have you heard of Bash's grocery store?
No.
So it's like a grocery store chain in Arizona. But the owners of that, their family had started a board company, and I got connected through my friend Andrew Nicholas, who's like still one of my best friends. Who's been with me my whole skate career. He connected me with them. They sponsored me, and they were like supporting me. Like they're like my sponsor. They're buying me shoes to skate in. I had boards, trips. So then from there, it kind of like started moving up, and I started experiencing more of skating and kind of learning about where it could go through experience. I had no idea like what any of it meant.
So at such a young age to be able to like, I'm just imagining
connecting dots.
It's like watching Brink, or something else. Like, wow, there's a competition. I always wonder what that would be like at such a young age. We always think about when we were kids, like, oh, I could do that. Yeah. But for you to actually experience, go to a camp, the Element camp in the elements, and then win. That you have to keep going. Yeah. It's the most motivating thing. That's the biggest validation as a child you could possibly have. Like, I won.
Right.
Yeah.
That's huge. I never did that as a kid. I always thought about, I wonder what it would be like to win. Yeah. We just But that's so cool to hear. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to put myself in those shoes. Like, nah, I'd be handling that way different. I'd be coming back to school with like a belt. Like, you see this shit? I don't know. That's just the way I'm thinking. Yeah, exactly. Just smacking fools. But that's the question.
My medal's sitting here. You can't sit here.
Yeah.
At lunch.
Like in Forrest Gump.
Excuse me. Sorry, folks.
You can't sit here as you push. So I always wondered, what was high school like for you being, when did you go pro?
Oh, that was like when I was 20.
Later in life, after school.
Yeah, after, yeah.
So what's high school like knowing everybody that skated, Richard Cummings, only kid in high school that could go from roof to roof.
Yeah.
He roof to roof, Chenoweth, 360 flip. He was wearing Osiris's. I remember it all.
Yeah.
I saw him and go, oh my God. And he landed. He was the only kid over 6 foot in middle school. I'm like, wow, this kid's gonna go play. And he just got on drugs.
Yeah.
But to see like, wow, this is the man, no matter, I don't even know him.
Yeah.
But for you seem like a super nice dude, and people at school be like, yeah, he's awesome. He skates sick.
Yeah.
What's high school like for you? Well, you're 7 years old in the social media era coming up when you have an Instagram, you post your skate videos. What's high school, the typical high school day for the awesome ass skater in the world of social media? We have not ever experienced this. Tony Hawk did not come up when he can post in high school. Like what is the day like for a skater kid? I mean, are you good? Are you going to school?
Yeah, I was going to school. There was times where I wanted to do online school, but my mom and everybody wanted to see me like walk across the stage and graduate. So I stayed in school. But even when I was in school, people knew I skated, but people like weren't really tapped in like that. Like they knew, people in my class knew I was like missing class sometimes for contests and stuff that my teachers knew. But their perception of it was they knew it, and they know I was like doing my thing, you know what I mean, but I wasn't like going crazy. Nothing was like had blossomed yet, but it's like now at this point, like I still have teachers who hit me up from like my high school, like congratulating me and showing love, that been following me, and they're all like, dang, like you kept doing like you did it, but they knew when I was in class I was missing tests because I had a contest, but they were like all looked out for me, they made sure I like got it done, and they supported what I was doing, and and all my friends, a lot of the tests who helped me, I cheated on some of those shots.
Hey.
So now I can tell y'all. It's
okay.
Now I can
Sometimes
tell
you need
my
it.
teachers some of them tests I missed. I cheated on them when I got back. My homies gave me the papers with 50 multiple choice on them. I used to have homies who gave me like, they used to make a little paper for me.
Little prison, scroll.
1 through 50, A, B, B, C. I was, man, that
I
saved
would
my
hit
life a lot of
C's and
times.
rows if I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, C.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some.
Yeah, facts.
Oh
but
yeah,
it was good. It worked.
So you're
out.
a good kid. Sorry,
I was class clown. Class clown.
So, but you're still good. It's not like you're ditching and going like, man, this kid's drinking and doing crazy stuff. No, it's great to hear. Like you can actually be because when we were growing up, all the skater kids were like, oh, you mean the kids that do drugs?
Yeah, 100%.
The hell, they're skating. They fake skate, bro. So we can do drugs. Yeah, just hold the board so we can be at the park and no one comes next to us.
Facts.
But I mean, they knew how to skate. But for hearing this is a very different story. Yeah. You could be an actual athlete, make music, and you don't have to be a raging.
Yeah, like I don't really drink. I don't really smoke. Like. So for me, like it's chill. Like when I was younger, I was a badass kid. Like I was smoking hella weed and drinking.
You were a bad kid.
For sure. But I wasn't like
a jerk about it.
No, I wasn't like, oh, I'm at school, I'm ditching to smoke weed. Like I was like, I did it on the weekends with the homies, have fun, kicked it. I was never irresponsible. Never like had a crazy addictive personality. I wasn't letting it, interfere, like ruin stuff for me. So it was cool, you know what I mean? So that's why like now I have a balance. Like if I'm out and I'm drinking, yeah, with the homies, whatever, here and there, like. But I'm never like, I'm always chilling. I've always been like 10 toes and, could hold anything I did. But yeah, it definitely, I wasn't like a bad kid like that where I was like causing problems.
You sound like a parent's dream, bro. Like, athlete. Holds it down. Hold his liquor too. Yeah. Hold it together.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, are you only child?
No, I have a sister. Older sister, my mom's side that I grew up with, and I met my dad when I was 22 actually.
Oh wow!
And he got like 13 kids. Yeah. I think I met probably half of them, maybe but he's a.
I got a homie with 11 children.
I got 3 kids. It's so many.
Yeah, 13.
It's so many.
Papa was a Rolling Stone for real.
13 children. That's a lot, man.
Yeah,
I got a homie with 11, but 13. I know it's not a huge difference. That's
You're running
two
full
more.
court with subs.
Oh,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah, you getting
Play a full
championship
game.
championship team.
Any athletes of your brothers and sisters that you met?
My brother played football.
I'm saying there's got to be something.
Yeah, my brother
there,
played
man.
football. I think
What a trip to do. How many of your brothers and sisters you met that you didn't know about?
a lot. I
They
got
cool?
all cool. I'm really close with my brother and my
Awesome.
sister. Yeah, me and my brother, like best homie. We got a nonprofit together. Like that's my dog. And
What's it called? What's the
it's
nonprofit?
called Hugging Hearts.
What's it about? What's it
Yeah,
about?
so it's just like it's kind of like community outreach, like for youth, youth inspiring and creating like like resources and just inspiring the youth to like just do what they want to do, whatever their creative outlet is, music, art, so forth, just like trying to create safe spaces, environments, and resources and inspiring and them to do their thing. So we haven't done an event with it yet. I want to do something soon. We've been holding on to it for a minute. We're waiting for paperwork. That's all done. Everything is legit. We just haven't like fully blasted yet. But yeah, that's my brother. One of my sisters I actually met when I was younger through a homegirl, but I never knew she was my sister. Yeah, until later on.
Whoa.
Yeah, like she used to always be with the homegirl.
Wait, all your brothers, are they in the same town?
Yeah, they were all in the same town.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your dad is a
Yeah, he was going crazy. That dude,
bold.
real shooter. Real shooter, bro. Real shooter, bro. Real shooter.
They're all
yeah.
the same. That's wow. You must have been in class with one of your brothers and sisters.
Who
Didn't
knows
even
how many
know.
relatives I actually met? My ex-girlfriend, I met. One of my uncles I met when I met my pops, I met him at my ex-girlfriend's crib and didn't even know he was my cousin. Like, he was like, yo, did I meet you at like so-and-so? He's like, girlfriend? Because my ex-girlfriend is in Minniefield. Did I meet you at? I'm like, yeah, my ex-girlfriend was in Minniefield. Like, that's why I know I saw you. I met you. My wife did her hair, blah, blah. I was like, no way, bro. We shook hands on you. I met you. You my cousin.
Weird.
I mean, cliche, but you know how it is in blacks and Hispanics and family.
I feel-
you know who it is.
A photographer. I met a photographer. I used him for 2 shoots. And I found out he was my blood cousin. Had no idea because I saw a picture of my grandpa in his folder. I go, why do you have my grandpa? He goes, me, and my uncle Greg. I go, what, bro? High five, man. We're cousins. Give me a better rate,
bro. I was at this pool party some weeks ago with the homegirl, and she another girl was sitting there, and I'm friends with the other girl was sitting there. She's like was new around to my homie that I know, through skating. We all hang out. And it was just like a movie moment. It was funny. She goes, they start talking about things like being where they're from or whatever. And the one girl goes, wait, so-and-so, that's not your mom. She's like, yeah, that's my mom. That's so-and-so. Boom, boom. It's like, no way. What? That's your mom? Like, just like super chill. Like, and they had a whole moment where they literally found out right there in front of me and the homie that they were blood cousins. It was the funniest shit ever. I was like, no way, bro. This is insane. It was so funny. I was like, see, life is crazy. Life is small.
Dude, life is weird. My stepbrother, well, he's my brother, but my stepbrother, his dad got with my stepbrother's mom, right?
Yeah.
His mom's sister ended up dating his brother. And they had kids together, unknowingly got together. I'm like, this is my boy. That's my brother. Their kids look so much alike.
Oh my.
It's shocking. My brother Martin, he has a cousin. He's my cousin named Tony. My cousin Tony's like flamboyantly gay.
Yeah.
Like extremely, like to the max. He's the man. He does drag shows. He's very flamboyant. My brother is hard as hell. You know how many times dudes would come up in the mall thinking he was him and hit on my brother, and he would get so damn mad, and how many times Tony almost got his ass beat by gangsters because they thought he was my brother Martin. Funniest shit in the world,
God.
bro. The funniest things you ever, my hard ass brother almost just getting hit on all the time. They
Sounds
think
like an
he's Tony.
SNL sketch.
It is. They look so much alike. Like your aunt, that's my aunt. It's my mom's sister. Wait, is my aunt my aunt? That's confusing. So I get it. When I found that out, I'm like, that's why you guys are identical.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's insane.
This is dumb.
Life, man.
Yeah, life, man. Like, you never know. You never know, dude. That was completely off track, but all good.
Yeah.
You met your dad when you were 22 years old.
Yeah.
What a trip.
Yeah, so now
Is it cool?
Oh, yeah, super cool.
Oh, all right, there.
Like, bro,
My number one question, is it cool?
Yeah, it's like we didn't even skip a beat. I never had resentment meeting my pops. Like, some people were like, oh, fuck I don't want to meet him. I just wanted to meet him. Like, what I mean? My mom never really talked bad about my dad. My mom was very dope. She held it down. She would just say like certain stuff like, if I was like had, you know, a lot of girls I was like messing around when I was younger, it's like, you just like your daddy. Like, but she's messing around, but it wasn't like you just like your dad. Like, it wasn't like an aggressive, like, you know, hate thing. It was like she just was making like little comments and funny. My mom was funny.
So,
and I never knew what she meant.
You never met him ever?
My mom even had boyfriends who was like, who said I looked just like my dad, who knew who my dad was, and I met my dad. I still hadn't met my dad.
What?
Yeah.
On earth?
It was like he was like in the middle, and I was like doing this around the whole time. And then it got closer.
But did you know he was in the town? Like,
I knew he was in Phoenix somewhere. And a certain time we tried to look and it didn't happen. But then like this one time, like I literally was on Facebook, and this story is like crazy. I'll try to cut it short just because like whatever. But
go for it.
This story.
I need to hear.
So I'm in Arizona, and you know I have Facebook because you know all my other family don't on Instagram, whatever. You know I go on there, check, see if they hit me up. I always check like my requested messages on every app. Like, you know, people who if you have social media and you gonna say you don't see messages that come through, you're a liar, bro. If you have social media, you check everything. Whether it's message requests or not, you know, at some point you check it. Yeah. Like, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And I check all my messages, and went on Facebook. I was like, let me check my message requests. Like, this is a trip back to Arizona that I did not think this trip was gonna go this way. Like, this was not the part of this plan. I mean, the part of this trip. So I go back, check my messages. Why the message look long? Like, it's somebody just like, this lady just hit me up and it's just this long message, and the first line was just intriguing. It was like, hi, my name's Amy. I have a daughter by your dad. And I was like, wait, I didn't even like, it was and I opened the message. I was like, wait, let me open this message. This is crazy. Like, I had to see what this message said. It's a long message. Like, I have a daughter by your dad. Blah, 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 you know, like I found your page. Because my nephews and all this stuff, and you know, here's my number if you want to know more, if you want to reach out, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm curious. This is the craziest lead I've ever got on Meet My Pop, so I'm super curious to see what this lady's talking about. I reach out to her, I text her, she just sending me like all these pictures of my whole family on my dad's side. This is your dad. It's your dad and his new wife. This is your brother Josh. This is your sister Ebony. This is this is your brother with your little sister, which is her daughter. Like, you know, here numbers. This is your grandpa's number. This is your dad's number. All these numbers, bro. So I'm just tripping. I'm like, what the hell? This is the closest I've ever got to Meet My Pops. So I'm like, all right. I start reaching out. Well, okay, let me rewind. This is how she said she found me. She put two and two together because there was no correlation. She did this. And it's, you know what's crazy is she just called me again recently because that's my little sister, my blood little sister. My dad took the test, it's hard. So, you know, whenever they call, if, you know, it's not a new number, I answer, you know, chop it up for a little bit. She brings up the story again, and I have my homie in the car. I have my homie film this whole thing on the phone. I have the video on my phone, and I'm like, record this phone call because she said it again, and she's like, I found out about you because my nephews I used to take to the skate park. Every time I would take them, they used to tell me, I want to be just like this skater named Dashawn. Like, it's a black skater. I want to be just like this skater, like whatever. So she just started doing a little research. They were watching something on the TV, whether it was a Street League or a YouTube video of me. She saw that I looked just like my dad, and she put two and two together, and that's why she reached out to me, was through her nephews saying that they wanted to skate and be like me.
Wow.
And so that's why she reached out. I had the fucking video on my phone of her telling the whole story in the car because I was like, I need to use that because I want it from a documentary about my life. Like, I feel like and I've always wanted to do that, just tell my story, all these different things in my life, me, my pops, everything. And I was like, yo, film this. He filmed the whole thing, and that's how she said she put the two and two together. And that was the connection for how I met my pops when I was 22.
So how'd that keep going? You gave you the connection for that?
So I start calling everybody the numbers. I start reaching out. Like, yo, my name's Dashawn. I don't want anything from y'all. I just want to meet y'all. Like, you know, I don't need anything. Like, I just really want to meet y'all. And so I called the first person was my grandpa, Troy, my dad's dad.
He grandpa and everything out there?
My grandpa. And, you know, he was like, oh, yeah, you know, I'll take your number down. I give it to him. It's up to him to what he want to do with it. Okay, boom. I call my grandma's phone, house number. It's funny because a kid answered the phone at first, whatever. He's like, yeah, I hung up. Then I get a call back, and it's my grandpa, my Papa Jerry, and he's like, yo, on the phone, how'd you get my number? Blah, blah, blah. Like, going crazy in the phone. I hung up, called back, doing it again. I was like, bro, I can't understand anything you're saying. Like, I'm just calling like towards my dad's want to meet y'all. Like, I don't need anything. Like, hung up again. It was doing too much. And he called me back the last time, and he was calm. He's like, yo, so what was you saying? And I was like, yo, you know, my name's Dashawn. Like, you know, I'm Torrance' son. I just want to meet y'all. Like, I don't need anything from y'all. I just want to, like, you know, same thing. I'm going to take your number down. I'll give it to him. It's up to him what he want to do with it. So I'm chilling. Next, you know, I get a phone call a little bit later. It's a dude. He like, yo, what's up? He like, somebody called my grandparents' crib talking about I got another brother or something. Like, who's this? This is Josh. Like, this your older brother. And I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, it's Josh. Like, my grandparents told me I got another brother or something. I'm like, yeah, like, I'm torn son, blah, blah. All right, talked to him for a little bit, hung up the phone with him. Right after that, I get another call from a woman. So, yo, my name's Sean. Like, it's your auntie Sean. Like, I got your number.
Did they know about you?
No, nobody knew about me. No, nobody in that family knew I existed. So, well, some of them did. Like I think my grandma and them know, because my mom said when I was younger that like my aunts used to watch me and my sister sometimes. So like some of them knew, but at this point I was like
yes,
that was like they didn't know.
22 years ago.
Yes. Yeah. So she calls me and I'm on the phone talking to her for a little bit and say, yes, your auntie Sean, blah blah. And as I'm on the call for a little bit, she's like, he on the phone? And I'm like, who? She's like, and I hear a voice like, what's up, son? And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, Dad? Like, this is my dad? Like, and he like, yeah, like, what's up? And like, I started talking to both of them for a little bit. And he's like, yeah. He was pretty much saying like, he reached out because like everybody was saying how respectful I was when I called and everything. Like that intrigued them. And they started reaching out. And so I talked to them on the phone with them. Had a call, got off the phone. My older brother hit me back. I was like, yo, like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm about to go eat with my mom and my sister. He's like, yo, like, you mind if I join? If I pull up? You know what I mean? Me and your younger brother Cameron, we're going to see. That was the one who answered the phone when I called the first time. And I'm like, yeah, pull up. Ask my mom, is it cool with my older brother? Like, because this is all happening in the course of 24 hours. Like, this was not, this is like some crazy shit going down.
Yeah.
So he pulls up. And the first thing he said when he walked in that door of that restaurant, he's like, man, you look just like that dude, bro. He's like, I don't know if I should hug you or swing on you. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, for real? He like, bro, you look just like your twin. He was like shook. He was like, wow. And so, because out of all the kids, I'm the one who looks, I'm like my dad's twin. I'm the one who looks the most like him out of everybody. And so we kicking it. We, had a couple of Dos Equis, we cool, and we eating, this Mexican food spot in Arizona. Then he hit me later. He hit me and was like, yo, tomorrow I'm gonna pick you up, like in the morning. We gotta take our younger brother Cameron to get a haircut. I'm gonna take you around and meet everybody. Like we're gonna so I go to my grandma's crib, the one who I called. Meet them, go to my aunt's crib, my uncle's crib, my dad's brother. I'm just going around and everybody just tripping. Like, you look just like this man. Like, everybody is tripping that I look so much like him. And so meeting everybody, cooling, Later on that day, they were having a block party in the neighborhood that like, I have family from, in Arizona. It's called Vistas. It's like a, blood neighborhood, whatever. And they have a block party there at night, and my dad is going there. So I'm supposed to meet my dad there for the first time. Like that's where I'm meeting him at, I went to a basketball game for my niece, which is my sister, Ebony's daughter. Met her for the first time, and my niece. That story's crazy because I'm with a homie, right, that I've been friends with for years. His name is Mike. And we've been friends for years. We find out that we're related through my sister, Ebony. So he like actually ended up being my cousin. But we've been best friends for years. And then, so later on was a block party. So that's where I met my uncle that I met, my cousin that I went before. Because my dad walks up and I knew people, I've been chilling in this neighborhood for a little bit now because my best friend, which is my cousin, is from there. So I've been hanging out there, his family, kicking on the stoop, chopping it up. So I went back there for the block party. It was in the same street that I've been chilling on. And my dad pulls up because his wife is from that neighborhood, you know what I mean? And so like all their family. And the house that I was chilling at is next to the house to where the family live. Like, with my dad, my stepmom, like her family. So I'm meeting everybody. It's just crazy, bro. I'm meeting everybody. Like, I'm just like, holy crap. I'm walking down, the block party up to certain homies where I'm like, yeah, bro, it's my dad. They're like, what the hell, your dad? Crazy. I'm hitting up all my homies like, bro, you didn't know I'm touring my dad. Like, I hit my homegirl Desiree. And I'm like, yo, I just found out like Taylor, my sister. That's the girl. Desiree's the girl I told you I met my sister. Like that. I met my sister before years ago. I didn't know she was my sister. And she's like, yeah, she just texted me and told me she found out she had another brother. And I'm like, yeah, like that's my sister, like my blood sister. So I just started connecting all these dots, bro. All these people I was meeting, like this all happened and like my head was busting, bro. It was so much. That was so crazy. Like that was so much for me to take in. Like, and then, yeah, I was meeting everybody, meeting my pops, drove around, met my grandpa, met everybody.
So you met your dad, he showed up?
Yeah, he showed up to the block party. Yeah.
So you agree?
I got the video.
Exactly,
I got the video of him walking up and me like meeting him for the first time. I got put like, yeah, this is my twin. Like, it's crazy. And even hanging out with him, my brother was like, I see where I get a lot of my stuff from. Like my personality, my humor, funny, laughing. Like it's crazy seeing that because I never knew my mom meant when she said that you're just like your dad. And I met him, my brother, and I'm like, what the hell, bro? We are the same. It is crazy, cool to have that aspect now.
Especially see someone that's your identical
yeah.
For the first time, that's a trip, man.
Yeah. So it's been a blessing. Like, I've been meeting all my family. I'm close to everybody now. You know.
Was your mom shocked?
Oh, my mom, in the beginning, she was like, so, you know, because I didn't really care whatever they went through when they were, like, that was what they went through. What mattered now was from now and now, you know? Like, that's where I was taking the steps and turning the page on. But it was cool to start asking her questions about the past after getting insight from him and seeing, like, what was really going on and putting two and two together. But she was obviously untied at first because she did it all my life by herself. So there's a little bit of resentment from her and her getting used to it. But then, you know, once she got over that, like, she, you know, was accepted and they became cool. She asked about him, make sure his health is good. They would come, I threw a birthday party and my dad and his wife showed, my mom's there with her. It was like, it's been all good. The first time actually I seen each other since God knows how long. I had a contest in LA and I brought all my family out. And I got my dad a hotel next to the crib. So I come and I let him take a shower at my crib because his room wasn't ready. And I knew my mom and them were about to get there. So like, yo, when you're done showering, just let me know. Stay downstairs. I'll just come get you. I'll drive you. But him being the dude he is, he comes upstairs and goes outside of the balcony where she's at to give her a hug. Oh, and she went like, she was cool. She went, my mom's so gangster. She just like, she's not going, you know, as long as I'm happy, like, she good. So she just, like, hugged him, and, you know, it was good, but it was just crazy because it was like, bro, y'all haven't seen each other same amount of time. Like, y'all don't, you know what I mean? So it was crazy, like, just to see that.
Don't even talk or nothing.
Nothing, bro. So it was crazy to see that. It took, like, a year or two to settle in and really adjust everything and everything get good. Now it's good. I actually was thinking about him the other day. I was like, let me call him. He funny, bro. He crazy. Like, my dad, my brother, like, we're literally the same. But it's cool to have that now. But
what a trip to find that later in life, man.
Yeah, it's like that. Like that was like the last piece of like my like life that I feel like I didn't have. That I was like trying to like, dang, when am I ever going to get that? So it was a blessing that like God blessed me with having an opportunity to meet him. You know, because some people don't get the chance to. And I've had friends who just like, yeah, like I never got to meet my dad. And when I did that, I was like a walking testimony for a lot of my friends. I talked a lot of my friends through like rekindling with their pops and stuff. Like one of my best friends, I talked him through it. He was talking to me, his pops, same thing, looked just like his dad, started getting passions like his dad. Like, it was a cool thing to see. And so it's been cool to, like, kind of experience that, you know, and have that, you know, and with this time here, you know, and everything. So, yeah, it's been crazy. It was a crazy experience.
Felt like a Netflix movie. I just watched. Right?
Yeah, that's why I said I want to do I want to do a movie about my life, whether it's like a show or something. But yeah, it's been a crazy, man. I definitely lived a crazy life. Like, but you know, now I'm so happy and people think like, I just mean like, why are you so happy? I'm like, bro, honestly, I like everybody's been through a lot. Everybody's different situations and stories in their life and experiences. They've been through a lot and they make you who you are today. But I really feel like I've been through a lot that people would be surprised if they heard like. And so I've always like, I want to do like a show or like just a documentary on my life and interview all these people from my family, my pops to the homies of music I know now, like just to like a whole just series of just like, you know, just my life. Like I feel like hopefully I would make it to like inspire people because I feel like my story people can resonate with, but that's been like a goal of mine for a minute now.
That was a great story, man. That was awesome. I was stuck the whole time.
He said,
no, for real. I love the storytelling. It's my favorite shit. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
That's what an awesome ending. What a great ending. I mean, from starting, I'm like, yeah, man, like, it turned great. It's a Lifetime movie. Let's go.
Yeah.
We talk about our messed up families all the time. It never ends. So
it never ends good. It never ends happy. Let's go, dude. Sick.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so far, you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot in this episode so far. Pro athlete.
Olympic. Nike sponsored.
You want, if it happens, it happens in 2028.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it doesn't. No matter what. Hearing, it's got to feel good, like no Nike sponsor. Like,
yeah.
God, you must be a great person. They do not let anybody in that team. Like,
Facts.
they do not. But you better be clean cut.
Yeah.
Clean cut and be good.
Factual.
That's all you need.
Factual.
Nike is great. I mean, I'm not going to talk about anybody else, but you know, there's a lot of skaters out there that have my aspect of life and do crazy things that are shunned. But to be a real athlete and to be an example, like this is sick, dude.
Thank you.
No, I love this. But for everyone on the other aspect of not the pro athlete, where can everyone find your music?
Just my name. It's the same on everything. Dashawn Jordan, DASHAWNJORDAN, and that's my artist name. Everything. So you go to YouTube, all my music come up behind that. Apple, Spotify, just put that in. Everything will come up as that. Well, yeah, my name's the same for all my platforms.
And you don't have a date set, but you're thinking October-ish for the bridge.
Yes,
and that's when the tour starts.
Yeah. So we're gonna put on the tour around
coincides,
the project. After that, and do a little state-to-state tour. Now crazy, you know.
Is this your first time doing like an actual? Oh, I'm saying you did part one, but
yeah,
for music, is this your first full feature? Like I see the names on your on your thing. Was Ty Dolla $ign, Logic, and you have 8 tracks on this, correct?
Yeah. And the Homegirl Cat's on the track with Logic. But yeah, that's just those 3 people are the features on my project, and it's 8 songs. Yeah, it's my first body of work, so I'm super excited.
It's the first time you're really releasing it.
Yeah, I've been just doing singles, and so I'm hyped to finally release a whole work, whole project.
Jordy dialing like the cover art and
yeah, we got the photo we're using. It's like a kind of like a lifestyle photo. It's like a photo of like me in a whip. Here, actually, I'll show you. It's like a super just like kind of like chilling photo. Something just like more, it's like me like in the old school, like kind of just like head back, like smiling, kind of it's kind of like me, like
says California.
Like me. Yeah, California. Yeah, so just good vibes, good times. A lot of the projects, the songs on there, just like that. Good energy songs, some dance, some storytelling, some love. Like, I try to put a little of everything on there just to like, show like the bag. But yeah, I'm stoked. I'm really excited about like dropping.
Is there anybody you really want to work with?
Man, yeah. I want to work with Blast. Kanye would be sick just because it's just like, that's Ye. Like, it'll be sick to just tap in. Who else, man? Dang, that list. Producer, man, DJ Drama, DJ Mustard. Man, it's so many. Like, I would work with so many. Chris Brown, like everybody, like it's like feel good. Some Afrobeat artists, you know what I mean? Asake. Yeah, the list goes on. In every aspect of music, like different lanes. I just want to work with like all those people like that I listen to a lot. Pretty much everybody in my listening like.
And the thing I'm kind of taking from this, it's like when stand up people go on stand up or go do live shows, like this is how I make money and pay my rent.
Yeah.
Like you are a pro athlete, you're doing your thing. Music's a passion. It's like I just want to have fun and make what I want.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of shows through the music because you're like, this isn't how I pay my rent. Like this is just what I love to do.
It's who I am.
Yeah.
And that like it's such a different lane going. It's like it's the crossover. Like Steve-O going into comedy, like, well, this guy is just having fun because he doesn't need this money.
Yeah.
He doesn't need this to pay his rent. So for you, it's like this is straight happiness and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have the tour list of cities?
Not yet, but roughly we're thinking
so
just like
October-ish.
we're thinking like LA, Arizona, Chicago, Florida, Denver, like kind of those right now.
The big
like
ones.
Like those cities that's kind of like where
there's a skate culture too.
Yeah, skate culture, and where like my audience is for my music. So we're just kind of going off that, just playing it by ear on that, and just trying to hit those cities with that experience. You know what I mean, and just bring those worlds together.
Sounds great.
So no, I appreciate it, man. This was very inspiring and insightful.
Yeah,
nice.
hell yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate
Smoke-free episode. I love smoke-free episodes sometimes, man. You could think.
Yeah.
I remember everything we talked about today.
Yeah, hell
Let's go, man. Got anything else, Marty, you want to talk about?
I'm inspired. I know the audience that's listening is inspired, and I just love your attitude and how you're not limiting yourself, and you just keep leveling up and keep pushing. I'm excited to see what happens.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for having me.
Of course. No, this is great. Thank you for coming. And for everyone out there, Dashawn Jordan on every single platform, Instagram, Twitter, everything. And you can find the music there, same exact name on everything. Easy, bro. So much easier. God,
I don't want to have an alias in that. I was like, I'm just keep my name.
Too much. Yeah, sometimes it's a winning combination. Just like, no, it's just easy. All my taxes.
Oh God.
Make the check out to me.
Yeah.
I got you.
One person.
Well, appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much for being here. Marty, thank you for being here. Guys, this has been the Dashawn Jordan episode. This is Marty O'Neill. I am Thomas Dope as Yola, whatever you want to call me. This has been the Dope as Usual podcast. Until next time, have a dope ass day.
Yeah.